Why is traveling such a pain these days? Prices just keep going up, not just international, but domestic too. Well, there's still a way to beat the system. So I'm going to show you how to get cheap flight tickets in 2026 by abusing the scam techniques airlines use to set ticket prices. Now, one of the techniques is regional pricing. If you want to figure out how to find cheap flights, you need to deal with airlines raising the prices for customers who can pay more. Plus, they also track online behavior and raise prices even more if they see frequent online purchases and things like that. So my tip to avoid that is simple. Use a VPN. VPNs change how your connection is perceived by other parties, not just showing that you're from another country, but also making your online activities untraceable. Websites like to assume that US users are well off, so if you can appear as someone from a different corner of the world with lower purchasing power, this can lower the price. Ticket sellers still want to sell their services there, so they just offer a lower price. See for yourself. Yeah, geo-pricing and behavioral tracking are some of the most persistent ways airlines try to scam us. So a VPN is very useful if you travel far or often. That's why I included the best discount deals for the most reliable VPNs in 2026. Check the links in the description for the best deal. Now, while a VPN does solve a lot of issues with flight booking, there are still ways to sweeten the pot even more. So here's my second tip for cheap travel. Book at the right time. Timing still matters, and the best booking window for domestic flights within the US or the UK is about 1 to 3 months before the flight. And if you're going international, make that from 2 to 6 months instead. And the best days are statistically Tuesday and Wednesday, with tickets way cheaper around that time. On the contrary, weekends are the worst time to book your flights. And avoid booking too early. Prices might get inflated, just in case, and pricing right before the trip is how airlines make money off the people who can't plan, so don't be one of those either. So, since you're joining the club of plan ahead people, here's another one of my cheap flight booking tricks. Use flight comparison tools and websites. Think Google Flights, Skyscanner, Kayak, and the like. These websites let you see all possible flights for the dates that you need and around them, while also comparing the deals and availability between different airlines. First, find the cheapest route on a comparison website. Second, check the prices on the airline's website. Sometimes this makes the price cheaper with fewer fees taken into account. And if you're still within a good time window for a flight, just turn on price tracking alerts and wait a little bit. Price fluctuations may bring you a better deal. Okay, my next tip is exclusively on how to book flights at cheap rates, not for those seeking maximum comfort. If you want the best price, sometimes you need flexibility with routes and airports and a willingness to make a sacrifice. It's definitely not as convenient, but taking a flight with layovers instead of direct ones or choosing airports a bit further from your destination can drop the price significantly. Just make sure it's not too far or you risk spending way more on a taxi to the hotel. And the next tip is to avoid tracking. So flight sites often track your searches and remember what device you use so they can recognize if you really want a flight and then raise the price. You can avoid that by using a VPN automatically, but otherwise clearing cookies and using incognito or private mode or using another device can also help avoid tracking. All right, this was all the tips on how to get cheap flight tickets 2026 edition. It's not about dumb luck. It's all about fighting back against scummy airline tricks. And if you want a good VPN to get you the best prices, check the link in the description for my exclusive deals or just scan this QR code for the best VPN option. All right, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below and consider leaving a like and a subscribe while you're there. All right, see you soon in another one. Stay safe online. Have fun in your travels. Bye.